It's fine. You have to remember that I teach digital humanities, so I'm relatively familiar with online teaching, and a lot of our assessment is also involves using or doing various technical tasks, such as creating podcasts, videos, infographics. So the use of digital technology for teaching is quite familiar for me. I think the thing that's hard to get used to is not going into work. It's nice to have a routine, so you have to create yourself new routines every day. It's just not nice when you don't see your colleagues or see the students face to face. I don't think you can ever replace face-to-face teaching. Online learning does require a lot of discipline. Anything does regarding education, such as writing essays. So I think a lot of the students already have the skills required to do this. I think the tips I have are try and keep a routine. Try and get up at the same time every day. Try and set aside a specific time of day to do some work. You know, make yourself a tea or a coffee. If you find yourself getting frustrated when doing online learning, get up, walk around for 5 minutes, maybe make a tea, put the kettle on, something like that. Stretch your legs. I think sitting at your desk for a long time, possibly up to 3 hours, is not productive. So I think it does make sense to have a lot more breaks than you probably would in an ordinary classroom. I think the best advice in this regard is look at reputable news sources. Try to limit your intake of social media for the day. Maybe check the news once or twice a day rather than constantly. It's very tempting now to have a few minutes and then open a new tab in your browser, click refresh on the news to see what the latest is. I don't think that's helpful, not least because it promotes maybe concern and panic, but also it's very distracting. So I would consider doing that. Just limit your intake of news. Maybe don't always see or believe what you read on your WhatsApp groups or Twitter, because a lot of what we're hearing is either information that hasn't been verified, there is some fake news going around, or just sensationalized news. That's a big problem. The best way to stay focused? Obviously caffeine. No, I'm kidding. Well, kind of. But the best way to stay focused is to find something that you're interested in learning and read about it. I think what is a blessing in disguise about this whole situation is that it's probably refocusing our ability to do things that we might have done before but do so less now, such as actually spending time devoted to reading one article or a book. Remember, rekindle the passion or the thing that made you interested in studying this topic in the first place, and then pursue it. It's very easy actually when you're at home to get lost in a long article or a book. Time can fly, and soon you'll find that actually studying is actually quite fun and rewarding. You have more time to read and to focus and to actually spend time on essays. We have to bear in mind you cannot replace face-to-face teaching. We have digital technologies that allow us to teach in a different way, but nothing will replace the face-to-face interaction. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. It just means that you can maximize the benefits of working from home, which includes spending more time reading, writing essays, or even catching up on watching documentaries or films or relevant content that you might not have had the time to do. Remember, our busy routines, we spend a lot of time commuting, going to meetings. How can we use this time to decompress and spend blocks of time doing constructive work, time that we wouldn't have had before? I think this is a blessing in disguise.